Hi, welcome to Expansiveness of Light. Today I'm going to share about extraterrestrials. And if you're interested in a future one that I'm going to share, please hit the subscribe button and the bell. So when I lived in Sedona, I would see in the sky, I would see stars that looked like they were moving. And then when I would say, if you are a star being, if you are an extraterrestrial, uh, and you can hear me, give me a sign. And then that star would like dart down and go to the side and backwards um, and so you can actually communicate to them uh, if you would like. So in Sedona, there the portal for many of them to come through is called Thunder Mountain, and that is where a lot of the UFO spacecraft experiences how they travel into this reality. So I'm trying to think if there's any other. I do believe I had an experience in Santa Fe where I saw really close to where I was sitting. It was at nighttime on a balcony, and I saw like these like cluster of little lights all together. So that was kind of neat. And then a friend had told me that he was visited by an extraterrestrial and he could see him or see it, and that it said the reason why they show up in what looks like a UFO, something physical, is because humans need to see something physical. However, everything is energetic, so a lot of them travel in orbs of light. So, and a lot of people are capturing photos of orbs, and orbs can actually be loved one spirits. I actually, I met this one nurse, and her husband, the father of her two children, had passed. And during Christmas, there was an orb right in the middle of the two children. And you could tell there was details to that orb. And that definitely was the spirit of their father. So then in Mount Shasta, let's see, Mount Shasta, I'm trying to think about when I was walking with my friend Corey, she can see many things, and she was like, "Did you see that?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't see that." And it was two spacecraft or spaceships that passed really fast in front of us, and then on a trail. And the thing to remember is it's all energy, so there is no physical form of anything. So anyway, and then another time, this was more of a special experience. I'm walking with her and her dog, and we're walking, and then she's like, "Oh, did you see that?" And I was like, "No, I didn't see that." What was it? And she was like, "It looks like a plasma of white light." And it was kind of hovering behind a tree. And then she heard that being speak to her, saying that it had a message for me, and did I want to hear what the message was? And I was like, "Of course I do." And so we're both facing the tree at a distance. And then she said the being was a little shy and wanted me to turn around. So I mean, I couldn't even see it my human self couldn't see it. Maybe it was talking about a higher part of me that could see it. And then I didn't know my friend speaks light language sometimes, and so it spoke through her. She's a great medium, and it was this beautiful light language that was so. It just was so childlike and so joyful. It just was pure. And then she came up behind me and she did this, and she said, "It wants you to know everything will be okay." So that was a couple of years ago. And I was going to share, actually, I tried to make a video, and then I didn't like the way the video was turning out. And so I never did it. She did tell me that many of them do not want to be called extraterrestrials. They prefer to be called beings of light or light beings, or star beings, star family. And the experience that I will share at a different time is about my star family coming to me in Sedona in 2007. So the other time I was on the big island of Hawaii and went up to the top of the volcano. It was late at night where all the telescopes are, and a lady and her boyfriend took me up there, and so they stayed in the car for a period of time, and we were the only ones up there. And so I shouted out loud, I said, "I know, I believe in star beings, and I know you guys are real and true." And sure enough, actually, really quickly, it was like a line of, I don't know, 7 lights, and it was starting to come towards me. And then I think I may have gotten a little scared, and then I went back to the car, and then they came out, and we did other things. It was very, very awesome up there, and it was late at night. So Mount Shasta, the mountain itself, there was a lady who was up on the mountain, and the parking lot was pretty full at the base of the mountain. And I don't know if it was daytime, but an actual huge spacecraft showed up, and all of the people in the parking lot were clapping and, making lots of sounds. So she knew that she wasn't the only one that saw it. Then I just recently had a customer come into the shop that I work at, and he said that he had an experience up on the mountain, and that he actually videotaped it. And so he was showing that to me, and he said it looked like there was these 2 beings throwing a ball of light back and forth to each other. So at first, the video was showing just one orb, and the moon was full, but the orb was its own orb, and then it got really bright, and then how an individual cell starts to separate into 2 cells, that is what was happening. And then when they separated, you could see one had a dot in the middle, kind of like like a blood cell, in a physical body, but it was in the universal body of life. And then I think that one also then turned red and started flashing a red color. And then he had filmed it for about 8 minutes, and so he fast forwarded it to it. Really, it had like beings, like not orbs but beings, and they were throwing a ball of light back and forth to each other. So he caught that all on film. So let's see what else. And then I was invited to take a group of people to the area on the mountain that a lot of people see UFO activity. And it was a full moon, and so it was kind of hard to see anything up in the sky. So several of us, there was a forest afar from us, and we started to see orbs in the forest right at the ridge of the opening of the forest. And then some people saw like a kind of like a sword of light. I think someone saw a being of light. I forgot my glasses, so everything kind of was blurry. But it was many orbs. It was probably, and it was all over the forest area. So I'm not sure if that was extraterrestrials or if that was Lemurians, the light beings that actually do live in the mountain. And if you're interested in that, look at the Lemurian video that I did on my experiences. So I think that's pretty much it. And then just recently, another customer, actually, they have a camera, I guess, inside their house, and they showed me this orb shooting back and forth several times at different times. And I told them that that can be a spirit, a loved one, and so forth. And they actually, I think they just recently had lost someone. So in many ways, our auric field, we are orbs of light. And so I hope you've enjoyed this. And if you have any things you want to share, please do in the comment section. And thank you for tuning in, and have a beautiful, lovely, magical day. Take care. Bye-bye.